Is an outdoors RV trailer right for you? Here's 7 reasons why it's right for us. What are you doing? What are you doing? We're videoing here.
Gloves.
Oh no, not the gloves. No,
Do not touch the slinky without the gloves.
Stay on track. Go back. No, don't. No. We're not dumping today.
You mean we cannot demonstrate the disposal of the black tank?
Oh no one wants to see that. No. This is why we chose our ORV, you know.
This is trash.
Oh.
Before I discuss, why we bought an outdoors RV, let's talk about why we chose a travel trailer. And first and foremost, I wanted to be able to detach. I wanted something that fit in my budget because they're less expensive than fifth wheels, and I wanted something that was super agile that could get into tight places. When we finally decided that a travel trailer was the right thing to tour the country in, the next step was, which one? What I cared about was, did it feel solid? Was it gonna hold up to being moved every couple of days? Was it gonna hold up to the type of dirt roads and mountains that we were gonna be going through? I wanted quality. So that was the #1 thing we were looking for.
Many manufacturers tend to cut corners on this point. It may look awesome inside, the floor plan might be perfect for you and might have many cool features, but it still might not be built as well as you think.
Outdoors RV kept creeping up to the top as far as, advertising the fact that they were built solid and they were a quality rig. And in the meantime, we continued to, tour some of the other ones that we had access to, and it didn't feel like that solid build I was looking for. So I really wanted to finally tour one of these, but we couldn't. So when we found one available, we made a very long drive. And as soon as I got inside this thing and I looked all around this, I knew that this was the one because it was built like a tank. And then once I finally narrowed down that we wanted an ORV, I looked at all the different models, and Backcountry, that's what stood out because we wanted to do a lot of boondocking. So I wanted something that, could go everywhere and do everything, and it offered all of the features that we were looking for that we're listing in this video. So what we have here is a 2017 Backcountry edition. We are a full-time family who actually lives in our ORV, and we boondock full-time. Check out some of our other content where we showcase how well this ORV performs. So the second reason that the outdoors RV was the correct trailer for us was the insulation. I really wanted a rig or an RV that was really well insulated. When you're shopping for a house, one of the most important things is how well is it insulated, because that makes the difference in how much you spend to heat and cool it. Same thing applies to an RV. And outdoors RV uses some really good insulation. Their R values are higher than most of the rigs. Their underbelly's insulated, so they truly are a 4-season. The roof is well insulated. The walls, in fact, you can tell they strategically cut out panels for the seats under the cushions of the dinette, and this is a cutout of the wall. We'll show you the measurement, and this is pretty significant. I guess the wallpaper of that stuff. Luan, some good insulation, more Luan, and then the fiberglass on the outside. They may be using Asdel or whatever that stuff is called. At this point, I don't know, but this is fiberglass. But it's solid, and it's well insulated. We wanted to go where other travel trailers couldn't go. And that meant we needed something high off the ground. So the third thing we were looking for in a travel trailer was really good ground clearance. An outdoors RV comes from the factory with more ground clearance than most of the other rigs out there. And they use a better suspension system. They offer, again, out of the factory. The RYJ 3000 is very capable. And yeah, we beat it up and use it the way it should be used, more than I think they planned on it being used, and it still holds up great. When I watch this thing go through ditches, and it's pretty impressive how well it handles that terrain.
What? Seriously?
Trash, I tell you.
Fourth reason why ORV stood out to us was the fact that it has a very large freshwater tank. This 2017 Backcountry has an 80-gallon, and some of the newer models have 100.
If you've got 29 or 30 gallons, you're not gonna go very long.
Just remember, the party is over when the water runs out.
How much extra cargo can you carry? The fifth thing we were looking for was a high GVWR. We wanted something that disclosed what it weighed out of the factory and then gave you a number of how much cargo you could put into it, and that number needed to be big. I wasn't looking for 800 to 1200 pounds, I was looking for the 2000 plus pounds. And Outdoors RV, a lot of their rigs have a high GVWR and weigh less coming out of the factory. Now when I say weigh less, they are heavier rigs, but they're so well built that they can carry a lot more weight. And if you're looking for a toy hauler or something like that, you get an even bigger GVWR. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about what the travel trailer and what we have can carry. And it was significant enough that it could hold all of our stuff going cross country. Now the stats on the Outdoors RV, they change frequently when they build new models. So this video is not going to present all the different stats that this has because you can look those up online. What I want to give you is an experience of what we've had living and touring the entire country in this model.
The sixth reason why we chose ORV is that most of them have the capability to produce power off-grid.
Yeah, I really like the fact that Outdoors RV comes with solar panels, and it's sort of built, especially the Backcountry edition, built to generate power off-grid, sort of right out of the box from the factory. You can add to that, and I mean, I know it's a touchy subject because it's one of those things a lot of people improve on and they get really excited about adding additional solar to the rig, but this one came with what we needed and we didn't need a whole lot. And lastly, because we were looking at ORV and we needed a bunkhouse model, this particular one we found had a bunkhouse model. So it was a no-brainer.
We love our bunks!
I just want to take a quick second and mention that if you happen to be looking for an ATC, that one of the few good alternatives to ATC is Outdoors RV. And I think ATC is a fantastic product, but if it doesn't have what you're looking for, ORV might be another solution. You made it this far. Thank you so much for watching.
The sixth reason why we chose ORV was the capability.
Cut, start. And now that. Say hello. You don't want to talk? Are you camera shy? You are camera shy, aren't you? I knew it. You're camera shy.